Felicia and Danny has been married for just a year, and already Felicia is not happy in the marriage. According to her, they cannot continue to eat from just what they work from. The money is not sustaining and improving their lifestyle. She wants more. And of course, she's going to get more. Danny said, "We are living comfortably. You go to work, I go to work, we feed. What more can you ask for? We live in a very good apartment. You're not begging on the street. Why are you not satisfied?" Felicia said, "Is this how we are going to live as a couple when we start having our own children? Is this how we are going to sustain? We barely can even travel or even have a fancy dish. Is this how?" Yes, we are not begging, but are we going to continue like this when we start having our own kids again? This is not how to live. We cannot live on budget all the time. I want more. If you are comfortable, I am not comfortable. Danny, you are a man. In fact, what am I even saying? You lost your job few months ago. I mean, you are jobless. I am the only one who brings money to this family. We can't continue like this. You need to get your butt up and get to work. You are the man. Why am I working more than you? In fact, why am I bringing money into this family?" Felicia went on and on and on and rained insults on Danny. But Danny said, "Don't worry. I am still searching for a job. Hopefully, God will smile on us soon." Felicia said, "Well, God will not come down from heaven and smile on us. You better put in the work." And Felicia walked out. Danny continued to search for a job all the time, but so far, no job opportunity has come his way. Felicia goes to work all the time. She is an event planner. She gets jobs once in a while, but one day she got this strange call, and the call said it's a big contract. Of course, she was confused at first and said, "Wow, this must be really huge." She met up with this person, and they were a young couple, Erica and Charles. Immediately, Felicia thinks, "Wow, this young couple, you look so beautiful together." Erica said, "Yes, but I can't say same for you. Anyway, my fiancé here recommended you and said you are an upcoming event planner and you are quite recommendable according to him." Immediately, Charles said, "Yes, I've seen her work on social media and her reviews are good, so why not? Sometimes let's give opportunity to these small or unknown event planners. I think they also deserve their colleagues." Erica said, "Yes, I think they do. Well, we are planning our wedding, and of course that is why you are here. The budget is... In fact, there's no budget. You give us your budget. Tell us what you can offer, and we will provide. I will provide. I and my fiancé will provide." These were the words of Erica. Immediately, Felicia says that this couple are rich, and she promised to do everything in her power to make their wedding their dream wedding. Erica said, "Don't worry. I have my things that I have in my head, so we'll meet again, of course, to discuss more into that." Felicia said, "Of course," and left the meeting. 2 days later, Felicia got a call from Charles, and they met up in his car. Charles said, "You know why I recommended you? Well, I don't think you know. My fiancée, Erica, is very rich. She's this young, unknown. You know all those millionaires that are not popular? Yes, that is who my fiancé is. Now, I contacted you because you are not well known yet, and you and I can strike a business. I want you to give a budget of 30 million naira. What am I even saying? Make it 40 million naira. And you're going to get a cut of 50 million naira for yourself. And of course, we will use the rest for the wedding. So we are just overpricing and we are sharing the profit. So the actual wedding budget can be or will be 10 million naira, or let's say 15 million, because she might increase it and she might think if the budget is not huge, it's not big. So what I want you to do is that let's run it up with 50 million naira, which of course your cut is 15 million. I'll take another cut of 20 million, which is going to leave us with 15 million. So the wedding budget issue is 15 million, and you take 15, I take 20. What do you think? Immediately, Felicia opened her mouth and eyes and could not believe what she was hearing. She did not think twice. She said, yes, I'll do it. So that is a deal. Of course, she left and went home thinking and said, wow, if this woman is as rich as this man says, then I think I can come up with another plan and get huge money from him. From her rather. Of course, she thought about it. Weeks later, she told the husband, Danny, I have a business opportunity for us to become very rich. Danny was confused. What business? Anything that will bring money, I will do it. Felicia brought the idea and said, I have this client who is so rich, and she is dating this man who is an illiterate, but that's not the point. All I want you to do is that she's into real estate, so I want you to fake on real estate on social media and post as the owner, get a contract from her, and boom, you vanish. Or you scam her basically. I mean, you are a contractor yourself, so you know how to do this thing. But that's the idea. Immediately, Danny was not buying it. He could not believe what the wife was saying. So he was like, no, I'm not doing it. Felicia said, well, I am your wife. I am the one that have been providing for this family for over months now. This is an opportunity for us to make huge money. I'm bringing it and you don't want to do it. Wow, really? Really? Okay, we shall see. Days later, Danny came back and accepted the proposal. Felicia was happy. Danny went on to do all the diggings and background checks and was ready to go. Felicia met with the couple once again, gave out the budget, Erica accepted, and they went on with the wedding plans. They gave the deposit. Charles and Felicia shared their profit. Felicia now changed her phone. She's looking good, more expensive wig, more expensive clothes, and her assistant Tina was confused. Madam, Felicia, these days you look so good. What's the secret? Because I know contracts hasn't become in, only just these one that I know you're working on. How much did she pay that you're looking so good? Felicia said, you need to mind your business. You're my assistant, you're not my boss. Well, the contract is good and we're making huge money. In fact, I've been paying you well, haven't I? Yes, but changing your phone and wearing expensive wig and outfit, are you sure that is all you are doing? Felicia said, when you become your own boss, you share your secret with your subordinates. Of course, Felicia did not share her secret. Danny went on and did his bidding and accidentally met Erica, and he introduced himself as a contractor of a site and brought in a business idea immediately. He did not waste time. Erica, of course, is an investor, so she was also interested. Erica and Danny are now friends in terms of business associate. They always meet, exchange. First thing first, Danny introduced everything, the business idea to her. She was ready to invest. A month later, she invested a huge amount of money into Danny's fake construction business. Danny became rich. He changed his car. He bought a new car. For Felicia, of course. This is what Felicia has always wanted. Their couple were now balling. At this point, Danny has had enough money, according to him. Okay, it's okay now that they don't need to extort more money from Erica. Felicia said, no, we are not done yet. You need to do an up contract. Danny said, no, I am not doing. Felicia threatened to leave the marriage if Danny does not do what she wants. At this point, Danny was feeling bad for Erica, even though Erica is rich and not feeling the money she has been spending. Danny was feeling bad because he is a good person. Well, that did not go as planned. Felicia kept on pressuring Danny. Danny kept on making excuses not to take more money from Erica. At this point, Danny and Erica were spending so much time together. They were getting super close. And Charles, on the other hand, was getting money because of the contract he got from Felicia. He doesn't have time for Erica anymore, so they were drifting apart. Then Erica and Danny were getting closer. One day, Erica called Charles and said, I don't think I have butterfly in my stomach for you anymore. This marriage is off. Charles was confused. Charles said, why? You know what? I can't marry you. I don't have feelings for you. I have feelings for another person. For months now, we've not been together or intimate. Don't you think something is wrong? Charles was confused. He immediately saw Danny and was like, Danny, I know you somewhere. Right? Immediately, he realized that Danny was Felicia's husband. He did not waste time. He immediately called Felicia and said, I know where your husband is. Come and see. Felicia came and realized that Danny and Erica were having an affair. In fact, Felicia has been suspecting for a while now because Danny has refused to do her biddings. Immediately, Erica said, Danny, do you know Felicia? She is my wedding planner. Well, was my wedding planner. Charles said, well, since all of you are here, let's just paint the cat out of the bag. I know Felicia. She is my friend. I know the reason why I contacted her. To dupe you. Erica was confused. Felicia said, well, since you also want to break my secret, you brought that idea that your wife has money, we should dupe her, and I did that. And for you, Danny, you want to leave me for a rich woman. Did you tell her that the contract is fake? Everything about you is fake. Did you tell her that? At this point, Erica realized that she was being duped by 3 different people. She had no choice but to throw everyone apart and everyone out of her apartment. Danny at this point was confessing love. Immediately, Danny left, went to the house and told Felicia, this marriage is over. You are greedy, you are selfish, all you think about is yourself. I don't love you anymore. I'm filing for divorce. Felicia begged and begged and begged, but Danny was over it. Danny now has a established business because of the money she got from her dealings with Erica. Charles also left and with his life. Danny looked for Erica everywhere. Months later, he found Erica and apologizes to Erica and proposed marriage to Erica. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.